Holy wells in Irish culture and tradition date back to pagan times, around the 5th century CE. Their waters are believed to have originated in the otherworld, and therefore possess supernatural powers. In pre-Christian Ireland, people would bathe in and drink these waters in order to be cured of disease or gain wisdom. When Christianity took over as Ireland's dominant religion, holy wells were integrated into Christian practices. Many were named after common saints such as St. Patrick, St. Bridget, or the Mother Mary. Michael Carroll reviewed 516 holy wells from 6 different surveys and found that 303 were named for saints. The well we filmed was named for St. Joseph. Although these wells were once considered to be holy, the Catholic Church has since decided that they are not to be used for Catholic baptisms. Surveys indicate that Irish holy wells contain 3 parts: a water source, a sacred tree, and a hill or stone. Depending on the layout of the well, different practices and rituals, known as patterns, are performed. One of the most common patterns is tying a ribbon or piece of cloth to a tree at the site. It is believed as this cloth or ribbon erodes away, a certain ailment afflicting the person who tied the cloth or someone close to them will also wither away. Each holy well is thought to hold its own supernatural ability. The Turbid Well in Mill Street is known to cure both blindness and headaches, and St. Sire's Well in Meath is said to be able to cure any illness. Much like how each well has been dedicated to a saint, each well carries its own unique healing qualities. There is no definitive number of holy wells around Ireland. Although the common belief is around 3,000 holy wells, that number is strictly based on a rough estimate that was made by archaeologist W. G. Wood Martin. Michael Carroll considers 3,000 to be a plausible number based on his review of past surveys. Many holy wells reside in the countryside rather than in major cities. They are normally associated with a local Christian parish that maintains the site. Once thought to be a dangerous relic of pagan practices, holy wells in modern Ireland are very much a part of the religious and spiritual identity of the Irish people. After the 16th century, penal law in Ireland was enforced by Great Britain. The Anglican Church attempted to stamp out all influences of Catholicism in Ireland, and the Irish people were at a loss. Holy wells represented a source of hope and healing for the Irish people during a time of oppression by the British. However, restrictions on Irish religious practices began to ease in the 19th century. All penal laws were finally repealed in the Government of Ireland Act in 1920. In modern Ireland, Christian practices and holy wells go hand in hand. In fact, a sort of neo-paganism has developed. People look to pre-Christian Ireland for inspiration and spiritual guidance. The cult of St. Bridget looks at Bridget as a goddess in Celtic context, and preserves that part of Irish history. Throughout the tumultuous history of Ireland, holy wells have always remained a constant. They have been adopted and adapted to the changing religious landscape, and have provided the Irish people with a beautiful and sacred place of worship for centuries.
Gather round, ye lads and lasses, set ye for a while, and hearken to me mournful tale about the Emerald Isle. Let's all raise our glasses high to friends and family gone, and lift our voices in another Irish drinking song. Consumption took me mother and me father got the pox. Me brother drank the whiskey till he wound up in a box. Me other brother in the troubles met with his demise. Me sister has forever...
You can edit all of this. So, I'm Sean.
I'm Matt.
And, we did holy wells. And, it was pretty chill, I would say.
Chill.
I mean, finding all the sources, I guess, was kind of difficult.
Yeah, I think it's difficult when it comes to these things because there's a mixture of historical and folklore aspects, and you have to decide what's a credible source. But
And not a whole lot has been written on it, at least not since
I mean, it's just when you look at sources for holy wells, it's just like this is where they are,
Yeah.
or just a list of all of them. It's not like what they were or where they came from or any of that.
Absolutely.
So
Definitely threw a wrench into it.
yeah, but there were some sites that were pretty good that
Yeah.
kinda aggregated everything. I mean, other than that, making the video was pretty easy,
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, we just had to go get some footage, and I got some stuff from the internet too.
I mean, other than that, it just came together.
It just, yeah, definitely. Literature review is a pain.
That's true.
Can I just say that right now?
And I think that goes back to the issue with the literature.
Other than that, it was pretty chill. Making
Yeah.
the video was fun. I learned a lot.
It was very interesting. Very Irish.
Very interesting. And except for those kids.
Those kids were
Those kids at the
annoying.
oil well. They took our money.
They took
Well,
our
they didn't
money.
take. They asked us for it, and we gave it to them.
But then they continued to ask.
Well, it's just we thought they would go away, and they didn't.
Yeah. Travelers.
Yeah. So that's that. Anyway, this was a good time, and I hope we get an A.
Me too.
A1.
I need
or
it.
whatever.
The highest day.
Highest place. All right. So that was it. Yeah. Later.